8 months ago I did an unboxing and first impression of this watch right here, the beautiful IWC Mark XX. In that video I said the IWC Mark XX was better than my Rolex Explorer for daily wrist time. I made a bold claim only owning that watch for only 5 days. And that video became one of the most watched videos on my channel. In today's video, I want to revisit all the claims I made in that video 8 months ago. What held up, what I refined, and what I couldn't see in that 5 days that I could see now. In that original video, I made bold claims after only 5 days of ownership. I said the Mark XX was beating my Rolex Explorer for daily wrist time. I said the Forsner aftermarket bracelet completely transformed the watch. I said the AR coating was absolutely insane. I said the lume was the only real weakness of the watch. And I said I would keep both the Rolex Explorer and the IWC in my collection forever. 8 months of wearing these watches consistently later, here is my honest update. Claim number 1. Wrist time. So first, the IWC Mark XX beating my Rolex Explorer for daily wrist wear. Still true. I absolutely love both these watches. I can say I wore my IWC Mark XX way more than I did the Rolex Explorer in the last 8 months. So regards to the Mark XX, it just goes everywhere I need it to go. It's one of those watches I can wear it on casual days, dressed up nights, business, weekends. Like I said before, it's one of those watches you can wear for absolutely everything. And don't get me wrong, you can do the same thing with this Rolex Explorer here. And this Rolex Explorer, the 214270 Mark II, is still my grail watch. But I'm not gonna lie to you, the last 8 months, I'll reach for the IWC Mark XX way more than the Rolex Explorer. Claim number 2, this Forsner bracelet saying that it completely transformed this watch. Still 100% true, this bracelet never left this watch in the last 8 months. So when I bought the IWC Mark XX, it came with 3 IWC straps. It came with a brown leather strap and 2 rubber straps, a brown and a black one. They're all extremely good quality, but right when I got this Forsner aftermarket bracelet, and it has a really nice micro adjust on the inside as well, it really suits this watch so well. I know people love the stock bracelet for the IWC Mark XX. I'm just not the biggest fan of the styling, but once I got this presidential bracelet on this watch, it did transform this watch. I love how it looks on wrist. This Forsner presidential style bracelet really suits this watch well. It's extremely comfortable, like I said. Has the micro adjust to get a perfect fit every single time. And take a look at that bracelet. It looks like it's meant to be on this watch, and it also keeps it really versatile. I was able to wear this for all occasions, like I said. I wore this to the beach, I wore this to board meetings, I wore this casually with jeans and a t-shirt, and also to a wedding in a suit. Honestly, I was really surprised about this aftermarket bracelet, because usually these aftermarket bracelets, like Uncle Seiko's and other brands like that, aren't the best quality, but this Forsner one is really good. It feels nice on wrist. Like I said, it has a really nice micro adjust on there. It fits the end links really well, and it's extremely comfortable. Claim number 3 that I made on that original video was the anti-reflective coating on this watch was insane. And yes, out of almost any watch I ever owned, the Mark XX has the best anti-reflective coating out of any watch I've ever owned. A lot of the time just looking at it, it looks like there's no crystal. That's how good the anti-reflective coating is. Pulling up the Rolex Explorer here, which has little to no anti-reflective coating, it really makes you appreciate the AR coating on the Mark XX. 8 months in, I still notice the AR coating every day I wear this watch. This wasn't just a honeymoon observation, it was a daily reality for this watch. Fourth claim I made was regards to the lume. In the original video I called this the real only weakness of this watch. The lume on the Mark XX is honestly not great. 8 months later I want to refine that take. Yes, the lume is not great on this watch. I'll show you guys in just a moment here. But it's not horrible either. And hear me out, because it's a Type A Flieger dial, the legibility is the actual point of this watch, not a lume show. The lume is good enough at night where you can get an idea of where things are. If the lume on this watch isn't the main selling feature, yes, it would be nice to have better lume. It's one of those things that doesn't really matter to me now, because the legibility on this watch has been so good. So we're not in the complete dark here, but you get an idea of what it looks like. As you can see, this doesn't have the most lume on it. You can see the lumes on the hands and a couple other spots on the dial here. The lume it does have is great, but I wish it did have a little bit more. It being a Type A Flieger, it's so legible all the time. It doesn't really matter to me at this point. Comparing the lume on the Mark XX to the Rolex Explorer, the Rolex Explorer has such phenomenal lume. The lume on the Rolex Explorer is so good. It'll last all night. And I love the cool blue lume on the Explorer. It just looks so good. The fifth claim I made was I said I would keep both of these in my collection forever. And that's also still true. So to get this Mark 20, I actually sold my IWC Spitfire, which is also a great watch. And I have zero regret selling the Spitfire for this Mark 20. The Spitfire is a great vintage-inspired watch, but with the specs of the Mark 20, with the movement, the AR coating, this watch in my opinion is so good. The best Mark series watch IWC made to date. The Spitfire was the gateway for IWC for me. I brought a 41mm chronograph and this Mark 20 as well. So here's the part I missed in the original video. Because you really can't appreciate this in 5 days. The movement. The IWC caliber 32111 has been incredibly accurate the last 8 months. After 8 months of daily wear, I almost never reset the time on this watch. With the 5-day power reserve, it's genuinely extremely useful. I usually rotate through 6 watches in my collection at a time. So there's days I'll put the IWC down for several days at a time. Because it has a 5-day power reserve, I'll pick it up after 3-4 days and it'll still be running, which is awesome. And with the timekeeping being so good, I rarely have to reset this watch. That's something I couldn't appreciate in the first 5 days of ownership in my original video. But wearing this watch a lot in the last 8 months really made me appreciate the movement in this watch. So in 8 months, the IWC Mark 20 still beats my Rolex Explorer in regards to daily wrist time. The Forsner bracelet stays, the AR coating on this watch still blows away the Rolex. The lume on the Rolex is much better, but to be honest, with the legibility being so good on both these watches, the lume is one of those things that's not that big of a deal in my opinion. Yes, it would be nice to have as good of lume on this watch than my Rolex Explorer, but it's one of those things, like I said, that I don't really care about at this point. And the movement in the IWC is the unsung hero I couldn't see in 5 days. I did make bold calls in that first review, which I only owned this watch for 5 days. And to be honest, most of the claims I had held up. And the ones that didn't, I'd say I underrated this watch, not overrated it. I absolutely love my Rolex Explorer 214270 Mark II. It was my grail watch and this will be in my collection forever. And wearing the IWC Mark 20 for the last 8 months really made me enjoy this watch so much. This is a watch that will be in my collection for a very, very long time. And in my opinion, it deserves way more recognition than it does. Some watches earn their place over time and just stay. The IWC Mark 20 is definitely one of them.